Hello everybody, welcome to another video. This time I figured I would buy the necessary parts to build a backlit Game Boy Color. And then this is just like an actual Game Boy Color I got off eBay, so I'm going to take the motherboard from this one, move it into the new shell, give it a nice backlit screen. Parts were bought from Handheld Legend, so I highly recommend them if you want to go and get some parts or try something like this yourself. Let's get started. We got the shell. We got, this is a new screen lens because the screen is actually bigger than an original Game Boy Color screen, so you need to replace the lens that came with this for a little bit of a bigger viewing window. Alright, this here is the actual screen, I believe. Yeah, this is the IPS screen. Gonna look gorgeous. Then we got, I got some red button membranes, red buttons, a new speaker to see if we have to swap it out. There's one in there might be fine, but and we should have all the parts we need. So first, let's get the appropriate screwdriver. We're gonna open up this Game Boy here. We're gonna need a tri-tip. Got my trusty iFixit toolkit. Also highly recommend them if you need to purchase any tools for electronics repair, such as this, or building, whatever. Okay, let's see, which bit? Got all these bits. Let's find a tri-tip. This one might be the right one, we'll see. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so let's open up this old Game Boy Color. We got something going on here. Ooh, I don't like the look of that. Hopefully, this looks like the board's kind of bubbling and like the screw's oxidized. Well, I don't know, but oh boy, hopefully this works. Maybe I should test it before I take it apart. And if I turn the power switch, oh, look at that! It actually turns on. But one thing, if you notice, there's no sound, and so the speaker doesn't work, which I already knew that, but I bought it. I think that's what the eBay listing said. So the button contacts might need cleaning, which is not simple. And also I noticed I can walk this way, but I cannot go this way or up. Just down and right are the only ones that work. Start button works. Select maybe works. I don't know. But if we get to there, B button back out. Start, A button. So the button contacts may need a little cleaning, which that's an easy fix. But looks like it works for the most part. It might just need a little TLC to get it working even better. And that's one reason I bought this new speaker, because I was hoping it would just be a speaker swap. And I plugged in headphones and I can hear the sound, so it's producing sound. It just isn't getting to the speaker. So hopefully, the speaker itself just needs replaced. And then so I have a new one to do that. So let's continue taking this apart. Put those batteries over there for later. We'll need them. And as you can see, I tried to clean the board a little bit, right where all that weird blue crud was. And it seems like it's working now. Speaker might be bad, so I can replace that. So let's try to actually take the board out all the way then, and see the other side, which is where the button contacts will be. So we're not going to need that old screen, so that doesn't matter as much, but got the board, which could use some cleaning. Oh yeah, you can see that blue crud is all over the button contacts as well. I'm not sure what got into this thing. The other side of the board has a bunch of that on it. Gotta do some more cleaning, some isopropyl alcohol. Got 99%. That's the risk when you order a semi-functional Game Boy from eBay, because the starter said it had no sound and other little things, but I expected it to at least turn on and operate decently, but it barely got to the point of turning on. I thought just the speaker would be replaced, but there's a little bit more going on. but we'll see. So that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. And the membranes were kind of a mess, but I'm swapping those out, so I'll probably clean them up. There's a whole bunch of like weird like crystallized something in there. This thing may have seen water or something like that, but which is never good. Get these buttons out. Just I can save them for the little IR port there. But, see, I heard that rattling around when I was before I opened it up. Okay, we're not going to be using that screen, so just half of it pretty much don't need to do much with. And we'll need to salvage the shield there if the other one doesn't have a shield, but I'll open it up and take a look. I'm going to have to, I think, clean up these membranes and use them maybe in the future for something. One night I got all these spare buttons then. So, but luckily I got new ones, so that should actually make it work better. We'll see if this all functions as a nice, good Game Boy Color when I'm done. But I have another Game Boy Color I can tear apart if I need to. One that I know works. Okay. I found the instructions for trimming the shell. If you look at, let's see, it's already pretty big. But basically you have to cut all of the things marked in red. So pretty much the whole raised part. And then enlarge the window by what it shows there outlined. So after it's cut, so it should look like, you also have to shave a little bit of the lamp hole over. Then you can put on the adhesive, put in the screen. Then we have to attach some wires so we get control, so we can control the screen. So this is going to be a whole process. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so we're going to have to trim all that raised plastic and then enlarge the whole window a little bit. I'll probably do that off camera and be back with you in a second. Okay, I am back. As you can see, I did some trimming of the shell. Hopefully I got it good enough to fit the screen in there. The opening's a little bigger now. So we will see what has to be done. Okay. Next is I have to do some soldering probably. Because the screen has some wires you need to solder if you want to be able to control some of the functions. Yeah, this is the board. You got a couple little pads there, which will be for like tapping for brightness. The capacitive touch pads are already soldered. Okay, there's the screen. Okay, sweet. Let's see what we got here. We got paste. There's insulin film on the PCB. I like that you can label this stuff. Attach this film to the metal surface on the back of the screen. Alright, and this is the little glue for around the edge, I believe. Alright. Take this off here. And see if I can condition it. Pretty sticky. Okay. Let's peel the backing. I can get it off without ruining everything. Alright. And put the screen where it has to go. Peel the protective film off just so it's done. And it's gonna put it right in there. Let's see if we can, if I can position this. I have to do it off camera just so I can see what I'm doing. Aha! Looks pretty good. So that will be the points on here. Okay, they're kind of labeled. You see you have to select A and B. We gotta wire those to the motherboard. So like the little right above each of the contacts, you got the P10, P11, the P12. That's where those gotta go. Alright, this is gonna be a little tricky. Okay, I think I got some of the wires soldered, hopefully, where they have to go. It's not very pretty. I suck at soldering. You just, like, can't solder to save my life, it seems like. Alright. Now we just gotta connect the PCB and the LCD. So we can try to move to this step. And we'll see what happens. Oh, wait, attach this to the metal surface on back of the screen. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, so it's got it up there. I'm going to paste this film on the PCB. Okay. I think I got all the wires soldered and secured decently enough. And also off camera I got the speaker soldered in. Just gotta get the two wires attached to the two little contacts right here. Which was a little tricky. It was actually easier than this stuff. You just have to liquefy it and let it solidify with stick the wire tips through the hole and let it harden up and you're good. But now, gotta get all this stuff back together. Okay. I think I got it back together decently enough. Oh, I got it up. Looking pretty good. Power button fell out. But I think we're ready to seal her up. Okay. Got all the screws back in. Got it together relatively securely. Earlier when I tested it, one thing that didn't work still was the speaker. So some other audio problem were wrong with that board. But headphones work, so I can listen to the sounds through headphones if I need to. But it's a shame the new speaker didn't fix that problem. But now, moment of truth, when it's all back together, put in a couple AA batteries. Let's see if we can. Okay. And slide in our copy of Pokemon Sword. Okay, and oh, look at that. Beautiful. See, no sound, but and the button works. Up works. Does it? Oh. Uh-oh, up doesn't work. Well, I think this board's kind of screwed, but we got the proof of concept working here. Yeah, so we can go. I think the one contact on the board was too messed up, but we got this full beautiful color screen. I just can't walk left. Can walk right. Walk down. Still can't walk up. So those, yeah, I was hoping cleaning the contacts would fix it. But it looks like we'll have to swap the board for a different one. Possibly. One where the contacts aren't all screwed up. But we got a lot of the buttons work. USB doesn't really want to work that reliably. But I guess overall, it actually works. The screen works. Got the screen functional. I kind of want to see if the buttons work for the like A, B select. Let's see. How do you activate that? Cause I had to solder those wires. Select. Oh, look at that! Push A, B, and select, and see. Look, I got the brightness in the vertical position, and the. That's cool. So see, it looks like that works. So we got a almost fully functional Game Boy Color. I'll just have to film a little bit of me fixing it to get it fully functional. It's kind of a shame that this board was worse off than I thought it was. Well, I guess after this I will splice in any other footage I might film, getting this thing 100% working. So see you in a few seconds probably. Okay everybody, I'm back after a little bit of time. I took a different motherboard from a different Game Boy Color I had, and I stuck it in here, and I now have it back fully assembled. I'm going to show you in a second how it's all working great, and check it out. And as you can see, I didn't quite trim enough of the yellow case or the yellow shell around where the screen is, so through the window you can kind of still see some of the yellow, mostly at the top. No, I trimmed it like it told me to, but so at some point I'll have to open it back up and slice a little bit more off the top, maybe a little bit more off the sides, just so you don't see any of the yellow. But this is good enough for now. I just want to show you how it's all working. But here we go. You hear that? The sound works now. Does this motherboard actually has working sound? But yeah, look at that. Nice. Yeah, see, the screen almost fits perfectly inside the yellow part that I cut out, but it's like the glass lens actually expects it to be a little bigger, it seems like. Alright, but got the sound work, turn it down a little bit. The speaker works. Got my nice red buttons, yellow shell. Got the sticker on the back there. But yeah, I'm going to show you some of the features of it. I have like the capacitive pads that are inside the case at the top, so you can tap over here. And I don't know how well on camera you can see. You can probably see it's getting brighter. So it's like the brightness control. Every time I tap it, it gets brighter. Then you tap enough, it resets back to the dimmest. I can raise it back up a little bit. And then you have the option over here. If you tap, you get like different color palettes. So that's really cool. Yeah, you get all the different like green, blue, red, pink, you know. Then there's just like plain black and white. It's kind of how it looks on the original Game Boy. And then you do there, and it's like the normal, actual proper color palette where everything looks how it should in full, beautiful color. And you can see the buttons. I can walk left and right. I can walk up and down. So all the buttons work perfectly. Hit start, get into the menu. Hit A to go, hit B to go back. Now, then select works. And see, you can register items and select button. But yeah, all the buttons work. The volume slider works, the sound works, the power switch works. So it's fully functional with this beautiful IPS LCD screen. Backlit in all its glory. So now you can play it in the dark, you know, it's all nice and backlit. And the screen is gorgeous. So we now have a fully functional Game Boy Color with an IPS screen. Kind of ugly with the yellow plastic still showing, so I'll have to trim that up at some point, but I just wanted to show it all working and finished, and I could do that at a later date. But it is glorious. Nice yellow shell, red buttons. I like it. So yeah, luckily I was able to get those. But yeah, I didn't show you the like those 3 wires I had to solder are all working, because I soldered one to A, B, then select, so you can hit all 3 at once to bring up the menu where you can cycle through the brightness and the horizontal vertical position to kind of get the screen right where you want it to be. I even have the little battery indicator I activate up in the corner. So yeah. But yeah, it all works perfectly. So I've done it. So after that took me many hours. Yeah, I think the second time I did, I got a hand of the soldering finally. But I think that'll about wrap it up for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.